Hi, I'm Symphoneers, and today we're taking a look at Geralf the Fleshwright. Geralf is sort of an interesting storm commander. Initially, I tried to build this deck out like Ben Ulmer's deck that was on a Friday Night Paper Fight at some point with like all zero-cost spells and stuff. We don't really have good enough support on Arena to make that deck plan work as neatly as it does in paper, so instead I decided to kind of shift the curve up a bit and focus on... We still have a lot of eggs and things like 1-mana artifacts that can draw cards and get our storm count up so that Geralf will spit out increasingly large zombies, but we are a little bit more kind of mid-rangey. We have a lot of ramp and stuff, things that help us draw cards, like treasure cruise and so on. We play the big hedrons for more ramp and card draw and stuff. We have a lot of proliferate in the deck, or a fair amount of proliferate. We have inexorable tide is probably the big one. Tekkathal can help us double up our proliferates and stuff, so even if we don't hit a super high storm count, we can still make the zombies real big and scary. We have Reconnaissance Mission and Coastal Piracy in this deck as well, because if we have spit out, 5 zombies with Geralf, them all attacking and drawing cards is nice. We have Repulse, Repeal, and 1 or 2 other bounce things that draw cards. Arrester's Admonition, yep. Just because I like these. They're nice tempo and stuff. Flux Channeler can also help us, again, generate real big zombies with just consistent proliferation. We have a handful of artifacts that benefit from all that proliferation in, like, Midnight Clock, Replicating Ring. Cornucopia is probably the most important one in terms of proliferating up Cornucopia being a really powerful thing that you can do. Like, just Cornucopia for 1, proliferate, etc., etc. It eventually taps for 8 mana or whatever, so that's nice. Ichormoon Gauntlet can work with the, couple of planeswalkers we have in Jace and Narset, which are mostly in the deck for, filtering and card advantage and stuff. Aside from all that, we do have, Prophet's Eidetic Memory to help make Geralf less likely to die in a stiff breeze, or, make it so he doesn't die to Lightning Bolt. That's that main thing. We have Reality Chip and Fibblethip, which are pretty big important cards. Or Chip, Fibblethip, and Mystic Forge are ways that we can play off of the top of our deck, rip through cards, get a high storm count, and etc. Fibblethip is a little bit awkward in that it's plot, but that can also... It's relatively easy to set up Fibblethip to, do some good work. Time Warp for fun. I think that's more or less the deck. Super basic mana base because if you saw the news with the Brawl deck weightings and stuff, the big takeaway from me was that doing anything fancy with your mana base, beyond playing fetches which don't increase your matchmaking weight algorithm thing, they don't put you in hell queue basically. Yeah, doing anything fancy with your mana just... it improves, pushes your rating up too much, in my opinion. So it's why do that if we don't need to? And yeah, I don't really have a lot of concessions to the matchmaking weighting stuff elsewhere in here, but that's why the mana is so basic. That's more or less the deck. If you like the deck tech and like the video, subscribe, etc. Follow on Twitch, support on Patreon, and so on. Links for all that below. Thank you, and let's get on to some actual gameplay. Wonder if we plan the heist before we play Geralf. Might be the way to go. I guess we can do the Skull Bomb here. Sure. Vague consideration to holding it in hand for Geralf triggers, but I think we're trying to just draw more cards and set up for a backbreaking turn with this type of start. Draw some cards. We could plot this, I guess. Cornucopia. Interesting hand. We're both having very slow starts, which is honestly probably good for us. I suppose we could do... No, we can't sequence it like that. Okay. Astral Cornucopia for 1. Do... Jace here's not bad, actually. And then we can crack the Skull Bomb to activate stuff. Draw a card.
Step out of the shadows.
Plot Midnight Clock? That seems good to me. That gives us a reasonably good Geralf turn with, like, Geralf, Midnight Clock. Consider Serum Snare a creature they play. Maybe time... that doesn't really... Yep, nope, that works perfectly. So do this, Geralf. Midnight Clock, Geralf trigger. Consider. Don't need more lands. We can Cold Steel for blue here. And then we can Serum Snare, the Terror of the Peaks. And that's... Oh right, we only get that proliferate with 3 or less. Draw a card, discard a card.
Out.
I guess the land. We have enough mana that the Chromatic Sphere is card advantage. We're most concerned about the sweeper. They just replay the terror, sure. Mystic Forge. Chromatic Sphere, crack Chromatic Sphere for blue to draw cards and see what the deal is. Bandit's Hall is okay here. Time Warp? It's very tempting to try to hold the Time Warp for Jace stuff, but I don't think that's the move. Drop the Opt, because Mystic Forge is strong. Is big and beautiful. Attack with the 4 and 5 power zombies. More into doing an attack all once we have more of the small zombies up. Mystic Forge. Shows a land, we chuck the land. Reality Chip is cool and good. Guardian Idol is another thing off the top of our deck. Visible Land is... Visible Land. There's maybe a consideration for, like, equipping the Reality Chip to something just to insulate it from removal or whatever, but... I totally glossed over Jace maybe copying things. The copies are not casts. I actually don't hate just trying to use Jace for other stuff. I like that Mox. Love to get more Geralf triggers. Do this. Probably supposed to keep that in hand, actually. It's fine. I need to do math, don't I? 7, 10, 14. Oh, it's not quite lethal. Do this. We're doing okay. 2, Storm 4 turns, is that? Oh, sorry, it was lethal? They blocked a small thing. It's fine. I guess an argument for attacking with Geralf there is that it forces them to block a bigger zombie. I was doing the math like they were just blocking the 5. Yeah, it's not a huge deal or like gigantic punt or whatever. Solemn. Solemn is good. Solemn is not a sweeper. Yeah. Terror can ding something, but our opponent, extremely dead. Good games to the opponent. O'Hara Chanel? Sure. Birthday Escape on 1. Maybe we can deduce or something on 2. Being able to repeal a token or something would be nice. Moon Silver Key. Hey, Audio Evil. Good to see you, good to have you. We were doing Oops All One Drops in red earlier. It was doing pretty good. And then we're doing Geralf the Flesh right now. Do a Moon Silver Key here. If only we could... It'd be nice to repeal the altar. Although I don't think that's the play. Even if we could do it. I think we're more into just like Moon Silver for... Is it just for a mana rock? The big combo thing here is Ashnod's Altar to try to do storm stuff with Geralf, but I don't actually think that that's like the correct play. I think just with this hand, just like ramp up to Inexorable Tide and then start doing stuff. Make our zombie storm cool and good. Vague argument for just repealing O'Hara Chanel here, maybe? I don't know, we're at 25. I feel like we can take a hit. Watch them kill us. Yeah, we can repeal. We're maybe supposed to just hold up the... Okay. Rough. Bing bong, we're at 17. Repeal here is awkward, just in that it's so expensive. Awkward thing, too, is we don't really have a great Geralf, I will never settle on a way to say the name. We don't have a great Storm turn with Geralf, but maybe just trying to get some blockers is okay. Prophetic Memory. Would love to hit a cantrip or something. No dice. Yeah, that's bad. Uh-huh. Or are we just dead from hand? Yep, we're very dead. I don't know why that skewer took a minute. Rip. Yeah, I'm probably supposed to hold up the repeal, but even so, we're not, like, in a great position there. If I scoop one thing for a turn, and, yeah. I guess we keep... This hand can run out of gas in a way that's awkward, but we do have Treasure Cruise. We just don't have, like, eggs to help feed Treasure Cruise. But yeah, we can do Craig onto, that helps ensure that we hit 3 mana, even if we miss a land drop. Azir. Why don't we do this? Toss a Skull Bomb, because land. Yay. That was an egg that would have fed Treasure Cruise. I think, yeah, also just hitting our mana rocks is fine. Tainted Observer. Is it just Bandit's Hall here? Heralda. More mana rocks. Playing into Toxic seems not fun. But I don't know, we'll try stuff, I guess. Wizard class, okay. Misty Rainforest. Crack it for an island. Geralf, and then Heraldic Banner on blue. Then Birthday Escape. Trophy Mage. Trophy Mage for... Ashnod's Altar's probably not actually that good here. Could just do... 3 mana rock. Sure. Yeah, Simic Toxic in Brawl is better or more interesting than like, oh, a Joda 5-color soup? Oh, cool. 5-color just I love value dot deck. File or Ickermoon or Midnight Clock. All of these are fine or good for different reasons. File is maybe the one that helps us avoid just a full fail situation, which I think I like. We get some Geralf triggers here, which is kind of nice. I don't know. I'm not that concerned about representing. I probably should have thought more about representing, like, interaction. Listen, maybe I have a fading hope, they don't know. Or some kind of something. I guess like a hexproof +1/+1 would be more relevant there, but anyway. Izuri deck does a cultivate. We have a lot of mana, which is nice. A lot of mana, 6 cards in the graveyard for Treasure Cruise. Ooh. Is Gladriel +1 again? Yeah, effectively. Crystalline Giant gets Vigilance. We're dodging Hexproof Lifelink. Other kind of high rolls, so that's good. Three, two, one, let's jam. Probably not even. I mean, I guess I can cruise here. I want to try cracking the Bandit's Hall. Scroll of Avacyn, sure. Or we can cruise. We don't have ways to recur the Treasure Cruise, I don't think. Or, sorry, the Time Warp. Or no, we have... this is fine. I'm just gonna take this. Sure. Narset. Sleight of Hand. Another Geralf trigger. Deduce. We're okay on mana right now. Attack with everything that's not Geralf. Narset. Dig for Proliferate. Our opponent vibing, moisturized in their lane, and some might even say thriving. That meme is slightly different from how I always say it, which I never remember. Yeah, the medallions will be fun for Brawl. Oh, yeah, oh, I wasn't even thinking about proper Storm. Yeah, great Storm support. Narset. Our opponent is
those who cannot beyond the veil. Hone your
dead, effectively. I don't know, I'm going to click buttons and stuff to do things, but yeah, Theoretically, we have some storm potential with Ashnod's Altar here. But listen, we're just going burr for a minute. Violence. And yeah, we're fine. Or we kill them here. Good games to the opponent. Yeah, minus 17. Anyway, this hand is thoroughly okay. Brawl's expertise is good. Candy Trail and then stuff. A little bit of mana acceleration. Maybe we don't even need to keep the one top. I'm just thinking like curving out to 3, 4, 5 mana is pretty good for us, but it's also like not super necessary to keep stuff top maybe. Crack the Candy Trail, cause that can, or that keeps stuff in hand for Geralf. Fire Inscription, Ooh. Jump up to Brawl's expertise next turn? Like, do that, play out the Hedron Archive, crack the Inscribed Tablet using Hedron Archive mana? Something like that. What are other options? Yeah. Making them replay the Gutter Snipe and Young Peasy seems relevant to my interests. I guess Jace is not actually that bad here. I think Hedron Archive is still the call because we have Fibblethip in hand, and getting mana to do plot stuff is good. I like it. We can do like a kind of setup turn of Fibblethip plot, 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 and then have a Geralf Storm turn, or like Storm... Have like a Storm 5 turn. That's the thought anyway, or the hope. Crack colorless for things. Ashnod's Altar, well... that's one way to do it. Island up top. Yeah, so Geralf, Ashnod's Altar, and then just go. See what we can do. Definitely hoping Fibblethip survives the turn. Might not. Do you feel like they are supposed to get Judith out here? Urabrask, sure. Speaking of Storm, our opponent on the Judith Storm list that I made a while ago. I mean, maybe not mine, but you know. Ashnod's Altar. Let's just eat this Sambo right away. Plot. File of Gladriel. Cornucopia we don't want to plot because we can't pay the X? Or, yeah, that's a weird one. We do probably want that Cornucopia in hand. Mox is neat. Then we can do... Is this worth sacking a thing? Like sacking... sure. Do this. Astral Cornucopia for 1. And then we can Jace Reawakened. And do draw a card, discard a card. Toss an island, deduce. Storm versus Storm, kind of. Oh, sorry, we don't want to Ashnods there. No attacks, because Fibblethip is a perfect, innocent, beautiful baby homunculi. Judy making her appearance. Gaia Reach Sanitarium. 3, 2, 1, let's jam. Do 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 do. Land off the top. Mox Amber, File of Gladriel. Ornithopter Perir, do the sorry, yeah, we just did the Ornithopter. We don't need that land. Contentious plan is good. We maybe want that contentious plan, sure. We can do this, discard that one. Same thing with the Serum Snare. We actually... Being able to proliferate twice here is cool and good. We can do this. I guess we can't bounce the big stuff and get the proliferate, which is maybe fine. Like we can do this. Submit 8. Contentious plan. Submit 9. Renegade map. Thip goes burr. Hold back Geralf and Fibblethip, attack with everything else, because everything else is big. Our opponent trying to keep Urrask and Judith are their strongest storm enablers. We can... Oh, I guess we can just crack the clue with Mox plus File mana. Then we don't really have mana for... I don't know, it's probably correct to... Sure. I thought that was Ashnod's Altar mana for a minute. Our Cornucopia Swole too, isn't it? Off of the proliferates, which is good to remember. Burning down the house. Jace survives. Oh no, everything does. Or Judith, sure. Our opponent pulls the emergency exit cord and goes to 75. Oh, we were doing so well. We're probably still fine, honestly. We lose some, like, combo meme potential. That's okay. Draw a card, discard a card. Play Geralf back out. Play out stuff. Rebuild pretty quickly, which is nice. Cycle the Lonely Sandbar. Oh no, not like these. Crack Mindstone? It's a trigger for Geralf, if nothing else. End turn. 3 lands is awkward for File of Gladriel. I was maybe supposed to grab... Or no, sorry, that's the other game I'm thinking of where I tutored for it. Midnight Clock or something. Ooh, this is good for us. Ooh, this is very good for us, okay. Short. Yeah, our opponent helping us fix our flood is something. Oh, they just, yeah, they run fully out of steam and are like, they just bail. So, you know, I'll take it. Good games to our opponent. Thank you for watching the video, and an extra big thank you to the Patreon patrons and YouTube members that help make these videos possible. Hope you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.